we have entered into the concept of what problems leading to simultaneous equation in simultaneous linear equation. The first question there says that a mother is older than her son by 25 years. If the sum of their ages is 53 years, calculate their ages now. If you are given something like this, the first thing you do is use some letters to represent their ages so that you can start constructing mathematical expressions from there. Let the age of the son be represented by any letter. Let's use X. Then if X is the age of the son, from the first sentence that said that the mother is older than the son, older than her son by 25 years, that means the age, that means the age of the mother will not be X plus 25. Because if she is older than her son by 25 years, that means her age is 25 plus the age of her son. And that was why we represented it by X plus 25. Now, if this X plus 25 is the age of the mother and X is the age of the son, from the second sentence said if the sum of their ages is 53, that means the sum of their ages is the age of the son, which has been represented by X, plus the age of the mother, which has been represented by X plus 25, is 53. You have drawn your mathematical statement. So from here now, we can find X. And when you find X, whatever value you find X is, add 25 to it, you get the age of the mother. X plus X will give you 2X. Plus 25 will give you 53. Move 25 from the left hand side of the equation to the right hand side, you change to minus 25. You'll be left with only 2x in the left hand side of the equation, and in the right hand side you're going to have 53 minus 25. That is 2x is equal to 13 minus 5 will give you 8. This will remain 4. 4 minus 2 will give you 2. So we have 2x is equal to 28. I copied 2x is equal to 28. Divide both sides by 2. You eliminate 2 as the coefficient of x in the left hand side of the equation. And it's going to give you on the right hand side 28 divided by 2. And 28 divided by 2 will give you 14. That means x, the age of the boy or the son of the woman, is 14 years. If his age is 14 years, that means the age of the mother will be x plus 25, which is 14, which is x plus 25. And x plus 14 plus 25 is 9 plus 5 is 9. Sorry, 4 plus 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. Whereas 1 plus 2 is 3. That means the age of the mother is 39 years. This is the age of the son. Age of the mother. And that has answered that question. That we should calculate their ages now. The age of the son now is 14 years, while the age of the mother is 39 years. Question number 2. He said that two numbers exist such that their sum is 17. If the difference between twice the larger number and 3 times the smaller number is 4, find the numbers. There are 2 sets of numbers. one of them is larger or bigger, while the other one is smaller. Now you're going to start by saying, let this larger number be represented by any alphabet you like, and let also the smaller number be represented by another alphabet that you may choose. Let this larger number be represented, let's say X, and let the smaller number be represented by Y. Now after this, from the first sentence, they say two of the numbers exist such that their sum is 17. That means X, which is the larger number, plus Y, which is the smaller number, is 17. That has been the first equation now. Second sentence has the second equation. If the difference between twice the larger number means the larger number times 2, or 2 of the larger number. The larger number is X. 2X is twice of the larger number. They say if the difference between twice the larger number and 3 times the smaller number, difference means minus. 3 times the smaller number means 3Y. If this difference is 4, this has given us first equation, and this has given us second equation. Please, at this stage, don't use the graphical method unless if the question says you should find the numbers using the graphical method. You can go ahead and use the graphical method. But if the question is like this, that you should just find the numbers, please don't use the graphical method, because the graphical method consumes time. And in your examination, either internal or external, you need to be prudent with your time. You don't involve yourself in those things that are not necessary that will consume your time. Whether you use elimination or substitution or graphical method, you will get the same answer. So in this case, don't use the graphical method because of its time consummation. Use either elimination or substitution. Now we are going to use the elimination method. Elimination method. In elimination method, try to make the coefficient of the unknowns the same thing. In trying to do that, you are going to multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of x in equation 2, and multiply equation 2 by the coefficient of x in equation 1. By so multiplying the left hand side, they will not multiply the right hand side. From there, arrow will start. You are also going to use the 2 and multiply the left hand side, which is 17. 2 times 7 will give you 14. If you write 4, carry 1. 2 times 1 will give you 2, plus the 1 you carried to give you 3. 1 times the whole of equation 2 will give you the whole of equation 2, because 1 times anything is that thing 1 is multiplying itself with. So we bring down equation 2. 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 2x minus 2x, they will bury themselves and move away from our life. Now 2y minus minus, we change this to plus. You now have 2y plus 3y to give you 5y. It's equal to 34 minus 4 will give you 30. If you divide both sides by 5, in the left hand side you will be left with only y. Is equal to 30 divided by 5. And 30 divided by 5 is 6. That is the value of y. Now that you have discovered or succeeded in getting the value of y, use this value of y, which is 6, and substitute in any of the equations to get the value of x. From equation 1, we have that x plus y is equal to 17. Equation 1. But we have discovered that y is 6. So substitute 6 to the value of y so as to find the value of x. So we are going to have, instead of x plus y, x plus 6 is equal to 17. Move plus 6 from the left-hand side of the equation to the right-hand side. It will change to minus. If you do that, you'll be left with only x in the left-hand side of the equation, and it's going to be 17 minus 6. 17 minus 6 is 11. That means the value of x is now 11. And that has solved our equations. X is equal to 11, while y is equal to 6. Is the numbers that the equation has asked us to find. Question number 3. A biro and a pencil cost 54 naira. 4 of the biro cost same amount with 5 of the pencil. Find their respective prices. In going about this question, let's use B to represent biro and use P to represent pencil. Let B or biro be represented by B, and let pencil be represented by P. Now, first sentence says that a biro and a pencil costs 54 naira. That means B plus P is equal to 54. Second question says 4 of the biro costs same amount with 5 of the pencil. 4 biro, 4B is equal to the same price, same amount with 5 pencils, 5B. So these are our 2 equations. Bring it up here. First one is B plus P is equal to 54. Second one, 4B is equal to 5P. You are going to bring 5P to this side of the equation and leave only 0 on the right hand side so that it will be a correct form of the simultaneous equation. That is going to lead you to first equation being B plus P is equal to 54. This one, equation 1. Then equation 2 is 4B. 5B leaving the right hand side of the equation and coming to the left hand side, we change to minus 5B. And it's going to be equal to 0. This will now be the second equation. That means the 2 equations we have now are B plus P is equal to 54, while 4B minus 5B is equal to 0. We are going to use the substitution method to solve the simultaneous equation now so as to get the value of B and P. Substitution method. In the substitution method, make B the subject of the formula from the first equation, and whatever you have as the value of b, where you have made b the subject of the formula, substitute it to the value of b in the second equation. B plus p is equal to 54. That is equation 1. B, if plus p should leave the left hand side of the equation to the right hand side, it will change to minus p. So we now have 54 minus p. Now you are going to substitute p is equal to 54 minus p in equation 2. Equation 2 is 4p minus 5p is equal to 0. But you have discovered that b is 54 minus p. So use 54 minus p to replace b wherever you see b. So you are going to have 4 into 54 minus p instead of 4b. Then minus 5p is equal to 0. Now remove bracket. 4 times 54. First of all, 4 times 4 is 16. Write 6 and raise 1. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 will give you 21. Then 4 times minus p will give you minus 4p. Then minus 5p is equal to 0. 216 minus 4p minus 5p is equal to 0 will now become 216 minus 9p is equal to 0, because minus 4p minus 5p is equal to minus 9p. Take 216 from the left hand side of the equation to the right hand side, it will change to minus 21p. So the equation will now become minus 9p is equal to minus 216. Divide both sides by minus 9 so as to eliminate minus 9 from the coefficient of p in the left hand side. If you do that, you'll be left with only p in the left hand side of the equation, and it's going to be equal to minus 216 all over minus 9. Minus will cancel minus. 9 divided itself is 1. 9 divided 21 will give you 2. And that 2 is 18. If you remove 18 from 21, you'll be left with 3. Put the 3 in front of 6 to be 36. 9 divided 36 will give you 4. That means our p is equal to 24. Now you are going to substitute the value p is 24 in the first equation or in any of the equation, but the first equation looks more simpler. So substitute it there so as to find the value of b. The first equation is b plus p. b plus p is equal to 54. b plus p is equal to 54. And if that is the case, p is 24. That means that b plus p, 24 now, which is the value of p, is equal to 54. Subtract 24 from both sides. You'll be left with only p in the left hand side. And it's going to be equal to 54 minus 24. And if we subtract 24 from 54, you'll be left with 30. That means the value of p is equal to 30. This means that the pencil costs 24 naira. P is equal to 24 naira, while B is 30 naira. I have X 5 naira notes and Y 10 naira notes. There are 8 notes altogether, and their value is 55 naira. How many of each note do I have? If you look close to this question, you discover that the number of pieces of 5 naira note that I have is X, and the number of 10 naira notes that I also have is Y. If there are 8 notes altogether, that means my X notes of 5 naira and my Y notes of 10 naira is equal to 8, because there are 8 notes altogether. That means that X plus Y is equal to 8. This might have formed our first equation. In the same second sentence, there are 8 notes altogether and their value is 55. Now, if there are X number of 5 naira notes, that means the value of it will be 5 naira times X, which is 5X. Now, if you add it to Y number of 10 naira notes, which will have the value of 10 naira times that number it has, which is Y, that is 10Y. The question says that they have the value of 55 is equal to 55. This has given you your second equation. I would like us to use any of our methods, but not the graphical method, to solve this simultaneous equation. Now that you have arrived at, that is X plus Y is equal to 8, equation 1, and 5X plus 10Y is equal to 55, equation 2. Let's use the elimination method. In elimination method, try to make the coefficient of X in both equations the same thing. And in doing that, you multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of X in equation 2, which is 5. And multiply equation 2 by the coefficient of X in equation 1, which is 1. When you do that, you now have that 5 times X will give you 5X, plus 5 times Y will give you 5Y, is equal to 5 times 8 will give you 40. This is now our equation 1. 1 times anything is that. So 1 multiplying equation 2 will give you equation 2, the way they are. Equation 2 is 5X plus 10Y is equal to 55. Now subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 5X minus 5X, they will bury themselves. You now have 5Y minus 10Y, it will give you minus 5Y. It will now be equal to 40 minus 55 is going to give you minus 15. Now you are going to divide both sides by minus 5. If you do so, you have only Y left in the left hand side of the equation, and in the right hand side you have minus 15 all over minus 5. This will cancel this. 5 cancel itself is 1. Cancel 15 will give you 3. That means our Y is equal to 3. Now if Y is 3, you are going to substitute the value Y is 3 in any of the equations. The equation that is most simple, and that equation is equation number 1. When you substitute it, you are going to find the value of X. Our first equation is X plus Y is equal to 8. X plus Y is equal to 8. And we have found Y to be 3. That means we are going to have X plus 3 is equal to 8. Take plus 3 from the left hand side to the right hand side, it will change to minus. You are going to have only X left in the left hand side, and in the right hand side you have 8 minus 3. And 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. Now the question says, how many of each note do I have? I have 5 pieces of X notes, that is 5 pieces of 5 naira notes, and I have 3 pieces of Y, which is 3 pieces of 10 naira notes. That is what the solving has given us as a result to the values of X and Y. Number 5 question. The sides of the rectangle below, this rectangle, are in centimeters. Calculate the values of x and y. Therefore, find the area of the rectangle. If this is a rectangle, we all know that a rectangle has equal opposite sides. That means this side of the rectangle is equal to this side of the rectangle, while this side of the rectangle is equal to this side of the rectangle. If that is the case, with the sense that the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal to themselves, that means we are going to equate the values we have in the opposite sides of the rectangle. One of the values is that 4x plus 3, which is one side of the length of the rectangle, is equal to the opposite side, which is x plus 6y. So the first one we are going to have is 4x plus 3. 4x plus 3 is equal to x plus 6y. X plus 6y. Then the second is going to be that 4x minus y. 4x minus y is equal to 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. Now, if this is the case, from here now we are going to build our simultaneous equation, and from there use one of our methods to find the values of x and y. Thereafter, find the length, the width, and therefore the area of the rectangle as the equation has asked. Collect like terms from the first. You're going to have 4x, x leaving the right hand side, coming to the left hand side, we change to minus x. Will now be equal to 6y minus 3 plus 3, leaving the left hand side of the equation, going to the right hand side, we change to minus 3. 6y is already in the right hand side there. Then the second equation, we have 4x, 3x coming over to this side, we change to minus 3x. Then already there is plus 1 here, is equal to 1, minus y coming to that side, we change to plus y. 4x minus x will leave you with 3x, and it is equal to 6y minus 3. Second one, 4x minus 3x will leave you with x, and it's going to be equal to y plus 1, which is something as 1 plus y. Now we are going to rewrite these equations to be in a better form of simultaneous equation. We're going to have 3x, 6y coming to the left hand side, from the right hand side we change to minus 6y. Is now equal to minus 3. That is a better way to write that equation. The second equation has x, y leaving the right hand side of the equation, coming to the left hand side, we change to minus y, and it's going to be equal to 1, the one that is left here. So this will answer our first equation, while this will answer our second equation. Now we are going to use any of our methods of solving simultaneous equation to solve this equation now. Let's use the elimination method. Multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of x in equation 2. The coefficient of x in equation 2 is 1, so multiply equation 1 by 1. And multiply equation 2 by the coefficient of x in equation 1, which is 3. So we are going to multiply equation 2 by 3. 1 times anything is that thing, so we are bringing down equation 1 the way it is. 3x minus 6y is equal to minus 3. Then equation 2, 2 times x, 3 times x will give you 3x. 3 times minus y will give you minus 3y. 3 times 1 will give you 3. So now subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 3x minus 3x, they will cancel themselves. Minus 6x minus 3x. This means minus 6y minus 3y. It will give you minus 6y plus 3y. And minus 6y plus 3y will give you minus 3y. It's equal to minus 3 minus 3 will give you minus 6. Divide both sides by minus 3. You'll be left with only y in the left hand side. And in the right hand side you have minus 6 divided by minus 3. And minus 6 divided by minus 3 is that going to give you plus 2, because minus will divide minus. 3 will divide itself to give you 1, divide 6 to give you 2. So this 2 is a positive 2. We know that this is equation 1 and 2, so I want to clean off this so that you have enough space to continue. We have discovered that y is 2. Then we are going to substitute y is equal to 2 in our equation 2. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Let's substitute it in equation 2 because equation 2 is simpler. Equation 2 is x minus y is equal to 1. But our y is 2. That means x minus 2 is equal to 1. Sorry, is equal to 1. That means x is equal to 1 plus 2, which is 3. We have discovered that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. We have discovered from our solving that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Now we are going to use this value now. X is 3 and y is 2 to find the area of this rectangle. We're going to do it in 2 ways. We're going to multiply this and this. We'll find out that to get a particular value as the area of the rectangle. I will come back and multiply this and this. Find out that we get the same value as the area of the triangle, of the rectangle. Let's take 4x plus 3. 4x plus 3. Then times 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. X is 3. So instead of 4x, we have 4 times 3 plus 3. Then times 3x means 3 times 3, because x is 3 plus 1. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 times 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 9 plus 1. 12 plus 3 is 15. Times 9 plus 1 is 10. If you multiply 15 and 10, you have 150 centimeters squared. Now the second one, multiplying 4x minus y and x plus 6y. We have 4x minus y times x plus 6y. We're going to have x is 3, y is 2. So here we're going to have 4 times 3 minus 2 times x is 3. We have 3 plus 6 times y is 2. This will give you 12 minus 2 times 3 plus 6 times 2 is 12. If you subtract 2 from 12, you have 10. times 3 plus 12 is 15. And if you multiply 10 and 15, you have 150 centimeters squared. That means in whichever way you want to use and calculate the area of that rectangle, you are going to discover that you get the same answer, 150 centimeters squared on both sides, while the value of x is 3, while the value of y is 2, as the question has demanded. The sides of the triangle below this one are in centimeters, okay? Calculate the value of x and y, and therefore the perimeter of the triangle. Now this triangle now, because of these equal strokes on the sides, that shows that this side is equal to this side and is equal to this side. And that makes this triangle an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle is a triangle that has all its 3 sides equal to themselves. So let me write that this is an equilateral triangle. So if this is an equilateral triangle, that means this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side. Now look very closely the way I'm going to construct the equation. The equation is going to be 3x plus 2 is equal to 2y minus x. 3x plus 2 is equal to 2y minus x. Then the second equation is going to be 2y minus x is equal to y plus 3. This is equal to this, and this is equal to this. That's what I wrote. If you had said this is equal to this, and this is equal to this, it's going to give you the same thing. So whichever way, use the 3 sides to construct 2 equations. Now let's collect like terms. From the first one, we have 3x minus x coming over to this side, we change to plus x. Already you have plus 2 in the left hand side. Then in the other side, you are left with 2y. The second one, we have 2y, y coming to the other side, we change to minus y. Already you have minus x. Here is now equal to, let's read 3 this side. 3x plus x will give you 4x. So we have 4x plus 2 is equal to 2y. 2y minus y will give you with y. Then minus x is equal to 3. The next thing we are going to do is to rewrite this in a better form of simultaneous equation, where the unknowns will be in the left and the known will be at the right. So we are going to have 4x, this 4x, we are bringing in 2y to this side, change to minus 2y, then we are taking plus 2 to that side, change to minus 2. The second one, we already have minus x, this minus x plus y is equal to 3. So this is our simultaneous equations. Let's use the elimination method to solve this our simultaneous equation. First of all, try to unify the coefficient of x in both equations. By doing that, you are going to multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of x in equation 2. And the coefficient of x in equation 2 is minus 1. So I'm going to multiply the whole thing in equation 1 with minus 1. Then you're going to multiply all the things you have in equation 2 with 4, because 4 is the coefficient of x in equation 1. So equation 2 times 4. Minus 1 times all this. It will leave you with all this, but it will change all their signs. Where you already have plus, it will be minus. Where you already have minus, will turn to plus. So minus 1 times 4x will give you minus 4x. Minus 1 times minus 2y will give you plus 2y. It's equal to minus 1 times minus 2 will give you plus 2. This is now our equation 1. Equation 2. 4 times minus x will give you minus 4x. 4 times plus y will give you plus 4y. It's equal to 4 times 3 will give you plus 12. This is equation 2. Okay? Now add. If you subtract here, okay, you're going to subtract so that minus will change to plus. And it's only when there is plus here that you can cancel out 4x and 4x. So you are going to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Minus 4x minus 4x will give you minus 4x plus 4x. And minus 4x plus 4x is like 4x minus 4x. And they are going to bury themselves and go out of our system. 2y minus 4y will give you minus 2y. It's equal to 2 minus 12 will give you minus 10. If you divide both sides by minus 2, you'll be left with only y in the left hand side. And in the right hand side you have minus 10 divided by minus 2. Y will now boil down to plus 5. Now that we have found the value of y to be x, to be 5, then we are going to substitute y is 5 in our equation 1 to get the value of x. Our equation 1 says that 4x minus 2y is equal to minus 2. Is equal to minus 2. Then wherever you see y, put 5. So we are going to have 4x minus 2 times 5 is equal to minus 2. 4x minus 10 minus 2 times 5 will give you minus 10. Is equal to minus 2. Take minus 10 from the left hand side to the right hand side to change to plus. So we have 4x is equal to minus 2 plus 10. 4x is equal to minus 2 plus 10 is 10 minus 2, and it will give you 8. If you divide both sides by 4, you'll be left with only x on the left hand side, and the right hand side you have 8 divided by 4. X is going to be, if you use 4 to divide 8, you have 2. That means the value of x is equal to 2, while the value of y is equal to 5. Now we are going to substitute that value. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5 in the values we have on the 3 sides of the triangle, so as to find the perimeter thereof. We have solved and discovered that x is 2 while y is 5. So we are going to substitute these values in 2y minus 3, y plus 3, and 3x plus 2, so as to find the values of the sides of the triangle. After which we now add those values together to get the perimeter, which the question is also asking. But we have found the value of x and y, which is the first question that the equation asked. Now we have 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2. X is 2. That means we have 3 times 2 plus 2, which will give you 6 plus 2. And 6 plus 2 is 8. That means the first value of one side is 8. So write 8 here. 8 here. The The second one is 2y minus x. We have 2y minus x. Y is 5, so we have 2 times 5 minus x is 2, so we have 2. This is 10 minus 2, which is the same 8. That means this side also is 8. What we are doing now is trying to confirm to you that all the sides of an equilateral triangle are equal. The next one is y plus 3. Y plus 3. Y is 5. So we have 5 plus 3. And 5 plus 3 is 8. And further that this side also is 8. That means that the perimeter of the triangle, which the equation also asks, is 8 this side plus 8 this side plus 8. And it's going to give us 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. So the perimeter is now 24 centimeters. Question number 7 says that the average of two numbers is 11. Then the difference between them is found to be 4. That we should find the numbers. Average of two numbers, and we don't know the two numbers. So let's use letters to represent the two numbers. Let the numbers be x and y. They say that the average of the two numbers is 11. Average means sum of the two numbers divided by 2, since there are two of the numbers. If you add the two numbers together and divide it by 2, that is the average. That means x plus y all over 2 is equal to 11. That is the meaning of the first sentence. The second sentence says the difference between them is found to be 4. Difference means minus. That means x minus y, or y minus x. Whichever way you go, you get the same answer. Is equal to 4. These are two of your simultaneous equations. If you simplify now, you will go ahead using any of the methods. Don't use the graphical because it takes more time. Use either the elimination or substitution method. Now, let's simplify the first equation. What this means is x plus y all over 2 is equal to 11 all over 1. That's the meaning of this. 11 means 11 over 1 in fraction form. Now cross multiply. X plus y times 1 will give you x plus y. And it's going to be equal to 2 times 11 will give you 22. So this has formed equation 1. Equation 2 is x minus y is equal to 4. This is equation 2. You can use the elimination method. There is no need of multiplying out to get the coefficient of x in both equations to be the same thing. Already they are the same thing. What you have as the coefficients are 1 and 1. So just go ahead and subtract. X minus x, they will cancel themselves. Y minus minus y will give you y plus y, which will give you 2y. Is equal to 22 minus 4 is going to give you 18. Divide both sides by 2. You'll be left with y only in the left hand side, and in the right hand side you have 18 divided by 2. And 18 divided by 2 will give you 9. That means your y is 9. Now that you have discovered that the value of y is 9, substitute 9 is equal to y, maybe in the second equation. In the second equation here, look at the second equation. X minus y is equal to 4. So let's bring it out. X minus y is equal to 4. That is the second equation. Whenever you see y, put 9. So we are going to have x minus 9 is equal to 4. Take minus 9 to the other side of the equation to change to plus 9. You'll be left with only x in the left hand side, and it's going to be equal to 4 plus 9. And 4 plus 9 is 13. That means x is equal to 13, while y is equal to 9. Remember that the question says that we should find the numbers. The numbers have been found to be 13 and 9. If you look closely, they say that x minus y is equal to 4. X is 13 and y is 9. You can see that 13 minus 9 is 4. That is the second equation here. X plus y means 13 plus 9, and 13 plus 9 is 22. That means x plus y, which is 22, divided by 2 will give you 11, which is the first equation that I'm showing you here.